Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
Back to talk our favorite show. It is Love Island USA. This is season 7, episode 16. It's the Friday, June 20th episode. Make sure you like and subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all your Love Island USA, your Love Island UK, Snake, Bachelor Nation shows, Bravo shows, you name it, we cover it. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss all of our daily drops. Brian, this obviously was a little bit of a settle down episode after the last few, I would say the last few high profile episodes, from the Megan Thee Stallion stuff to the Huda Jeremiah arguments. It's the first episode in literal weeks where we didn't have a Huda Jeremiah conflict. We had TJ and Adrina now having to start feeling themselves out within the villa. And I think some surprising candidates arose tonight, Brian, that I probably wouldn't have had on my bingo card. But what were your thoughts overall on tonight's episode and kind of the Bombshell's first night?
Yeah, I mean, I think they did what Bombshell should do. Challenge was gross. I mean, but it was funny. I laughed. I was laughing a lot. Nick was the MVP, I think, of that. But I mean, I think overall good episode. I think it's setting up because we got the vote. I think it's what's going to be cool because that's going to be. I'm interested to see how that's going to go.
I mean, I would think Huda is probably the odds-on favorite here to be at the bottom of the voting, or do you think America's a bunch of sycophants?
No, I don't know. So I think Hannah might be in the bottom.
Yeah,
I think Hannah and Iris, honestly.
Yeah,
People
Iris.
like Huda. Like it's like very 50-50. So I think that she's actually going to get votes.
She's better television than some of them for sure. You mentioned Iris. Iris was someone who threw her hat in the TJ ring. I've been mentioning. I'm very curious if it is TJ or if it is really again having to get off of the Jeremiah ship, right? TJ had. I'm going to throw this out there. I thought he had more suitors than I thought he would get. Transparently, I didn't. You had Huda, which I understand maybe survival. Iris, again, is that survival or liking him? I mean, what's your take on him?
I just think he's just. I really couldn't get past like his top of his mouth didn't look like it was ever moving. Did you notice that?
Kind of like a
he looked like a lockjaw almost, or like he got punched in the face too much. Like his top mouth wasn't moving in some of his conversations.
Once you said the JD Vance thing last night, now I can't like unsee it. It's just
that's not my credit. I'm crediting the people on the internet for that, but that is definitely a thing. Yeah, the thing is that challenge is like the girls could pick who they wanted to kiss, and I just think he's a safer bet. Like you're not going to get mad that like the kiss in the butt. You know what I mean? Like if So like yeah, because like what's her I thought Sierra got a lot of picks. Like nobody kissed Alandria, nobody kissed Shelly. Like I think the guys picked like I know that were technically blind. Were they blindfolded for that? Or was that?
I don't remember.
I mean, I think I would pick Sierra. If Sierra might be my number one right now.
Really?
Yes.
A lot of people love Sierra too. I think Sierra is like a great vibes person as well. Obviously, being attractive, everyone on the show is attractive, but people do seem to have two. She seems to be a vibes guy. She's not a guy, but she's a vibes guy. Really, like a.
Yeah.
I also, like I said, I was surprised that, frankly, Sierra and Nick. I mean, they took the relationship to the next level. He was very funny about his one-liner about not being able to last very long, but both of them kind of, I wouldn't say aggressively, but not putting any form of barriers up for the individual bombshells, pursuing them. At least on the Adrina side with Nick, it's right now between. I really think it is just between a Nick and Jeremiah, right? I think that's where she really is honed down to.
Yeah, I think she's gonna pick Jeremiah. I don't think she's gonna pick Nick. This is the thing about the Nick and Sierra thing is like he made it kind of like I think like where it made me like her more, but they're not closed off. But if they're just checking stuff out and then they like still come back to each other at this whatever this vote is. I think that is almost more beneficial than being completely closed off like Huda and Jeremiah was.
Yeah, I think they've approached it the right way. I mean, they are full on living the Love Island experience, but they are doing it openly without kind of being, deceiving about it.
Mhm.
We did end the episode with Jeremiah, obviously, and Adrena making out in the insole ties. We are being led to believe, obviously, that would be a coupling of their choice. But Brian, obviously, we do have a vote coming, and I'm assuming it's going to be to leave the Islanders vulnerable or safe, right? It's usually kind of what this type of vote would be.
I think it's going to be like we vote, safe people eliminate somebody, like a guy and a girl. I can't vote. It's not letting me vote right now, which is kind of annoying me. But that's what I think it's going to be. Like what I think the guys is pretty self-explanatory. I think Austin is an automatic goner.
You think so?
Yes, after tonight I do.
Yeah, he was kind of. I mean, it's a great segue. I mean, I'm not. Amaya has been full on board with him, and why is he sourpussing? I really couldn't even understand his explanation.
He's a loser, man. I'm convinced that his numbers are fake that he gave. He's so weird. Like, how does he hold any conversations with women at all? Like, have you ever seen him have like an intellectual conversation? I mean, he was right about the ace stuff for time being, but like other than that, what has he said that's like? You ever seen him have a conversation that wasn't strange?
No, he seems pretty. I mean, maybe he's like a socially awkward guy, right? Like you said, the only time he was articulate when he was like, "I don't think it's fair that I'm in this situation. I don't like it. I don't like this," and that's fair, right? I mean, again, but like you said, I'm very confused why he seems to be clamming up and getting awkward when he has a girl full blow on board with him, and she can pick up the vibes right now too. You could tell she was asking about, this is a callback to earlier in the season. Do you not like it when I call you babe? Is that? And he was, oh no, it's cool. I'm just maybe not like used to it yet. Like, being nice to me. Yeah. I was like, dude, is this dude like smoking a blunt right now? Like,
Yeah,
that's what he
he's
seems
down
like.
high all the time, and it's like, dude, nobody wants you. So why are you making up these reasons where somebody, for some unknown reason to all of us, why she is even into him as much as she looks like she was in the beginning of the episode? Just shut up and just let it ride for now, because he's gone. I think he's gone. He's his ass to grass.
I can also live update you, Brian, here as we were recording this at 10:45 on Friday evening. It's not letting me vote either. It's telling me to
There must be a way.
register. Tell me to register, and then I do it, and it's giving me some weird error. So
There
something's
must be
off.
something going on. They'll fix it. I'm sure.
They'll extend it. They've done this before, so it's not going to be. It's not like
Who
we're
are
just
you gonna vote for? Who are you gonna vote for?
my favorite guy right now. Whew.
While you're thinking, this thing has like, hey, if you go out and vote, it has almost like over 500 comments. Like that's not normally how it is. Like
Yeah,
people are like, yeah, we're gonna
people are
vote. So
probably like,
they'll fix
"F
it.
you," things doesn't work.
They'll fix it.
Dude, I'm having I guess for the guys, if, I would probably vote for Nick. I guess I think he's
Okay.
been probably the most Love Islandy Love Islander, right? A little bit fun, a little bit drama when he was taking sides with the Huda stuff.
Mhm.
He's open. People seem to like him, right? So I think I'm going to do that. And then on the girls' side, um, my favorite girl, I'm gonna go with Alandria right now. I think I like Alandria. I don't think Alandria's really done anything to piss me off, and that's usually a pretty good sign.
Who do you think I'm voting for?
Ace
This
and
is the place for the helpful hardware folks. And Sierra,
Ace,
this
yeah,
is
you already knew the Sierra because you can hear it.
automatic, static, hypnotic, funky.
Yeah, I'm okay with my votes. I like both my people. Landry and Nick, I think, are safe bets. I think they'll be around for a
Yeah,
while.
I think those are automatic. They're locked in.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with
It's like
where
who do you think's going to be on the bottom? Is really what it's like. I think it's Hannah, Iris, just based off of
I think. Yeah,
based
for
off
the
the
guys,
fans.
I mean, with TJ not being eligible, it's probably
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Pepe and Taylor, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say I think it gets Taylor Austin, and then maybe Jeremiah.
Pepe, Taylor, and I think Austin are the bottom three for sure. Iris, probably Iris, Hannah, and maybe Huda, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, who? I just think they might just be like right on the fringe where they might. I don't know. It all depends on how many people they're keeping. Like who?
Yeah,
If it's
we don't know
two,
what this
there's no
is.
way Who's on. If it's three, then it's very possible. Same with Jeremiah.
I think that's fair to say as well. I mentioned Jeremiah, Brian, and I would be remiss because we can't mention Jeremiah without Huda, who's like a Horcrux. What was your take on the Hannah Pepe stuff? Was it a violation on Huda's part?
I think it started to just get weird when she plays dumb, where she's like, "Oh, I didn't know that you make out on a mattress at the end." I was like, "Shut up! Like you went last almost. How could you forget?"
Yeah, that and
That's
then
just
like
BS.
pulling him for the chat, right? And it's look again, like you
Yeah,
said, it's that girl. Basically, what everyone in that villa wants to say is, you've caused so much crap in this villa
yeah,
for everyone. You need to just sit down, don't say a word. Maybe if a bombshell comes in, you can go for that. But like besides that, you've already ruined half of our time here, and we're not letting you now try to like last second latch onto my dudes. Then I'm eliminated.
you need to be over diplomatic. I think for 2 or 3 episodes to get people back in good graces.
Yeah, do nothing for like 3 days other than like be super chill, maybe help with breakfast instead of being mad about it, right? And just going and playing the games and just being what everyone liked you the first 4 or 5 days, and then it just
Right,
turned. So just go back to that, but you're not going to flirt your way back into having people like you now.
right. I think she should have picked TJ and then did the token on Pepe, and then like there's no debate. It's you're
I mean,
clean. There's,
she walks out without any shade, right? And if
yeah,
there's any voting situations or saving situations, now she burned that vote completely.
yeah. It's gonna be actually, dude. It's if it comes down to Islander vote, it's gonna be really interesting if
To see
she
what,
is
yeah.
there and Hannah's there with what I mean. She has the connection. That is gonna be super interesting. Like that's gonna put the line in the sand of like, do we care about OGs more than actual
That's
points?
going to be Sunday night's the line. If there is anything having to do with that, Sunday night is the line in the sand for the season. Transparently, it's the last stand that they could have already, frankly, ended this 2 nights ago, and they didn't. And now it's it's like almost like their last
But
chance.
it's almost like who would you rather see in Casa though? Like
I'd
Huda
rather see
or
Huda.
yeah, I think so too.
I'd rather see Huda. I want the entertainment, bro. I still believe there's a chance that they end up reconciling. I
Yeah,
really
that's
do.
why I think it's probably if it is Iris might go if she's there. She's like not really in a connection because this is going to be Casa More. Next week is definitely a Casa More,
No, next week's Casa
and
for
then
sure.
we do get a Wednesday episode. I'm pretty sure in Casa week.
I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for next week.
That's how it was last
Uh,
week. I think.
awesome. If you're watching along here on US, we're covering UK. We are covering The Snake on Fox. Bachelor in Paradise comes back next month. Brian just started covering Alone, the first 2 episodes there. We're watching Below Deck. Last week was a little bit of a slower episode, but we probably will be back this week. As long as there's some drama, we cover it. Hit us up on TikTok, Instagram as well, all the Reality Guys. Hit the notification bell here on YouTube if you're not subscribed. If you are subscribed, really appreciate you. Comment below. Send the message out in one of your group chats. Send our video. We're going to grow one group chat at a time. But until Sunday night, for myself and Brian, thank you all so much for watching. Peace.